Forum IAS presents to you the Forum Review. Today's topic for analysis is going to be the Global Gender Gap Report that has recently been released by the World Economic Forum. The report has ranked India at 129 out of 146 countries assessed, which is a fall by 2 points from the rank in the previous report. It is important for us to critically analyze how crucial these indices are and what implications it holds for the Indian economy. But first, let us understand what gender gap really is. To state simply, gender gap means the difference between men and women in the society on the basis of what they can do and what they can achieve. To calculate this gender gap, the World Economic Forum uses parameters like educational attainment, economic participation, political empowerment, health, and survival. The report is being published since 2006 and ranks countries on the basis of scores attained between 0 to 100. As per the report, the global gender gap for all 146 countries for 2024 stands at 68.5%. It is estimated that it will take 134 years for the countries in the sample size to close this gender gap and reach full parity. One of the key achievements highlighted by the report is that 97% of the economies have managed to close more than 60% of their gender gap, as compared to 85% closure in the gender gap as was measured in 2006. Taking a look at the findings of the report, more specific to the Indian scenario, the report shows a closing gender gap at 64.1%, which is a slight fall from last year at 64.2%. But let's take a moment to analyze, is this fall really a fall? Statistically speaking, the sample size of the report has increased from 143 countries last year to 146 countries this year, which is likely to influence the rankings. Second, the report goes on to state that there has been slight decline in educational attainment and political empowerment. However, as per the findings of the Gender Parity Index, which is published by the UNESCO, the female-to-male gross enrollment ratio for India was at 1.01 for 2021-22, marking the fifth consecutive year since 2018, where female gross enrollment ratio has been higher than the male gross enrollment ratio. Talking about political empowerment, India scores within the top 10 on head of the state indicator at 40.7%. India's score for women's representation in the parliament remains to be 17.2% and even lower at the federal level at 6.9%, which is relatively low. However, the report suffers from the drawback of not taking into account the participation of women in local governance, for which there is 33% reservation in India. As per the report, India scores just 39.8% on economic parity. However, the ground realities seem to differ. 56% of the accounts opened under Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana are held by women. Over 100 million women are a part of 9 million self-help groups in India, most of which are covered under the Self-Help Group Bank Linkage Scheme and have managed to save Rs 9,897 crore as on 2014. Also, policy initiatives like Mahila Samman Savings Certificate have opened avenues for increased economic participation of women. With respect to health and survival, India's rank stands at an impressive 0.951. The government has been holistically focusing on initiatives like the Poshan Abhiyan, Anemia Mukt Bharat, etc., which is positively reflected in reports like the National Family Health Survey 5 in terms of achievements like increase in the number of institutionalized deliveries, reducing numbers in maternal mortality ratio, etc. For a summarized information related to the report, click on the link pinned in the comments below. If you liked this analysis, make sure to stay tuned to Forum IS. Thank you.